Well, to continue our reflection on Bob's legacy here at the ICMA, I'm absolutely delighted now to be joined by Simon, Farbrother and Dave Limardi. Gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks very much
Happy
indeed.
to be here.
Thank you. So let's kick off. Dave, when you were president, I think it was, 2008, 2009?
Correct.
I mean, people remember those years, 2008, 2009.
Probably not too many. Probably not too many.
But, they weren't, they were challenging times.
They were.
Right. So how influential was Bob in steering the organization through those?
Oh, I think extremely. It was a time of great disruptive change. And we had the recession, but we also had a new strategic plan for ICMA. So our board had to introduce that to the membership and we had to implement it. Bob was instrumental in helping us make that happen. The recession obviously hit everyone really hard. And I think one of the greatest things that Bob did, in my estimation, was at that time, he got ICMA, the Alliance for Innovation, and ASU, Arizona State University, to do a study, if you will. And it was on navigating the fiscal crisis.
Right.
And great strategies. And that, I think, was extremely helpful to a lot of people. So Bob is really good at being in tune with reality, what the current situation is, and then making something happen to rectify a problem or move something in a new direction.
How do you remember working with Bob, Simon?
Very affectionately, actually. It was a very enjoyable experience, and I think as Dave has commented, Bob would always bring a level of reflection to the conversation. There'd be a lot of debate and discussion around the board, and then Bob would offer a comment, and it would kind of help sort of frame, where people needed to go, or he would interject something that was being missed. He's a quiet leader, but an absolute leader in that regard.
Reflecting on that, what do you think the legacy that he will leave will be?
I would call it something my father told me a lot when I was a young kid. The calm is the virtue of the strong.
Right.
And Bob was that. He was a calm, reflective leader with a growth mindset. He was always looking to the next big thing. And he also was really great at making people comfortable.
Right.
And comfortable in difficult times too.
Right.
So I think that's a great legacy to have.
Right.
Great legacy to have. In addition to strategic plans and indoctrinating new presidents like us and putting up with new presidents like us. Yeah, all of those things. I mean, when you think you get a new person to work with every year.
Right. When I was talking to Bob yesterday, he was saying to me that local government's always important, he said, but never more so than now. The role of city managers is in our communities is more important than ever. Do you agree with that?
100%. I think there is so much conflict and inability to solve complex problems at the federal level and the state level that people look to local governments, the people they could reach out and touch, they see in the grocery store, to help solve their problems. Right. Plus, as Lincoln said, we give people the things they need, they can't give themselves, but need to live on a day-to-day basis. That's what we do. And I think Bob's right on target.
Yeah, I would agree. The big thing that I think we're experiencing today, you saw it with the Brexit conversation, you're seeing it with some of the issues that the US is facing today, is that most of those solutions to these are actually the grassroots, and it really speaks about how people actually think about their lives. Right. And Bob is, over the 14 years of his tenure, he's always fully recognized the role that local government actually plays in individuals' lives, and he's helped literally hundreds of managers work their way through that, understand it, and actually be better managers.
Well, thank you both very much indeed for sharing those with us. We really appreciate it. Thank you very much.